Hello everybody, my name is Mario from 3F, and in today's video I would like to interpret Maudy Ayunda's video. I got this video from her YouTube channel, and in today's video I will break down this video into 5 segments. Okay, the first one is there is introduction, and then the second one there is a body of the video. In here, Maudy Ayundas explain about 3 tips to building your wealth. So, because there is 3 tips, I will interpret each tip in different segment. So yeah, the first one is introduction, the second one financial literacy, and then the third one is invest in your mindset. The fourth one is mind your own business, and the last one is the conclusion. So, without any further ado, let's watch the video. I will play it right now.
Siapa sih yang nggak mau punya banyak uang dan mencapai financial freedom? Pasti banyak. Tapi nggak bisa dipungkiri juga kalau proses untuk mencapai financial freedom itu nggak mudah dan complicated. Nah, di buku lisanku kali ini, aku mau membedah buku Rich Dad, Poor Dad, karya Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter. Penulisnya banyak menjelaskan cara-cara dan tips dalam mengelola keuangan dan bahkan membantah mitos kalau hanya orang berpenghasilan tinggi yang bisa kaya. Buku ini juga banyak dipakai oleh finance gurus di seluruh dunia sebagai inspirasi dan panduan untuk sukses. So, yuk kita bahas.
Okay, that's it for the introduction segment. So I will deliver the introduction. I will deliver the interpretation from the introduction segment. So yeah, who doesn't want to have a lot of money and achieve financial freedom? Of course, we all do. But it cannot be denied that the process of achieving financial freedom is not easy and complicated. Well, on my book list this time, I want to dissect the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter. The authors explain many ways and tips for managing finances and even refutes the myth that only people with high incomes that can be rich. This book is also widely used by finance gurus throughout the world as inspiration and guidance for success. For success. That's all for the introduction segment. So let's continue to the next one. I will play it.
Yuk kita bahas. Insight pertama, financial literacy adalah kunci dalam membangun kekayaan. Nah, salah satu hal yang sangat ditekankan di buku ini adalah pentingnya edukasi finansial. Karena menurut penulisnya, kebanyakan orang tuh cenderung lebih fokus ke cara mendapatkan uang sebanyak-banyaknya. Padahal prinsip kekayaan itu sebenarnya, it's not just how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. Bukan hanya banyaknya uang yang kita dapatkan, tapi banyaknya uang yang kita simpan. Selain itu, memiliki financial literacy itu juga sangat penting karena uang itu kan banyak bersinggungan dengan hampir semua aspek kehidupan kita. Jadi, emang kita harus paham betul sama fondasinya. Nah, mulainya dari mana sih? Langkah pertamanya, kita harus meningkatkan financial IQ kita atau kemampuan kita dalam memahami dan mengelola uang. Ada 4 komponen. Yang pertama, accounting atau akuntansi. Cara membaca dan interpretasi financial statements, pemasukan, pengeluaran, dan pajak. Kedua, investasi. Cara menghasilkan uang dengan mengeluarkan uang secara kreatif dan strategis. Ketiga, pemahaman pasar dan dinamika permintaan dan penawaran. Dan yang terakhir, perpajakan. Nah, setelah kita belajar fondasinya, kuncinya tinggal ikutin the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Simple, karena cuma 2 hal aja yang harus selalu kita ingat. Pertama, assets menghasilkan uang. Kedua, liabilitas mengeluarkan uang. Jadi setiap kita mau membeli sesuatu, tinggal kita pikir, ini aset atau liabilitas ya? Peraturannya simple, hanya keluarkan uang untuk aset, supaya uang itu balik lagi ke kantong kita. Formulanya, belilah aset yang bisa berbuah uang untuk kamu. Itulah habit dari orang-orang yang memiliki kekayaan. Mereka selalu membeli aset dulu, dan aset itulah yang akhirnya membeli barang-barang mewah bagi mereka.
Okay, guys, so that's the end of the segment 2. So here is the interpretation. So let's discuss about it. First insight. Financial literacy is the key in building wealth. Well, one of the things that is really emphasized in this book is the importance of financial education. Because according to the author, most people tend to focus on how to get as much money as possible. In fact, the principle of wealth is actually, it's not just how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. Apart from that, having financial literacy is also very important because money has a lot to do with almost all aspects of our lives. So we really have to understand its foundations. So, where do you start? The first step, we must increase our financial IQ or our ability to understand and manage money. There are 4 components. First, accounting, how to read and interpret financial statements, income and expenses, and also taxes. Second, investment, a way to make money by spending money creatively and strategically. Third, understanding the market and the dynamic of demand and supply. And finally, taxation. Pajak, taxation. Now, after we learn the basics, the key is just to follow the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. It's simple because there are only 2 things that we always have to remember. First, assets make money. Second, liabilities spend money. So every time we want to buy something, we just think, is this an asset or a liability? The rule is simple. Only spend money on assets so that the money goes back into our pocket. The formula, buy asset that can make money for you. That is the habit of people who have wealth. They always buy asset first, and those assets are what ultimately buy them luxury goods. So, let's go into the next segment. I will play it right now.
Insight kedua, invest in your mindset. Pasti kita udah sering dengar ya kalau pikiran kita itu sangat berpengaruh sama kehidupan kita. Dan dalam kasus financial pun juga sama. Ternyata pikiran kita adalah satu aset yang sangat-sangat berharga. Dan kalau kita latih dengan baik bisa menghasilkan kekayaan. Kuncinya ada di perspektif. Sering banget kita pasti ngelihat satu barang mahal terus otomatis langsung mikir, oh aku pasti gak bisa beli ini nih, terlalu mahal. Tapi coba deh kita putar sedikit cara pandang dan berpikir kita. And instead of saying, I can't afford it, let's say, how can I afford it? Dengan begitu secara gak langsung kita melatih otak kita untuk berpikir dalam bentuk curiosity atau pertanyaan. Dan otak kita jadi dipaksa untuk mencari jawaban. Dan ini mengingatkan kita kembali terhadap goals kita, motivasi kita untuk bekerja lebih keras lagi. Sedangkan kalau kita terus berpikir dari perspektif I can't afford it atau aku gak bisa beli ini, itu tuh malah mematahkan semangat kita dan jadinya otak kita pun gak terstimulasi untuk mencari solusi. Karena dari awal udah dipertemukan dengan rasa sedih dan helplessness.
Okay, that's the end of the 3rd segment. So here is the interpretation. Second insight, invest in your mindset. We certainly often heard that our mind have a big influence in our lives. And in the financial case, it's the same as well. It turns out, our mind is an asset that is very, very valuable, and if we train it well, it can produce wealth. The key is in perspective. Oftentimes, we see an expensive item, then automatically think, oh, I definitely can't buy this. It's too expensive. But let's do this. Try to flip our perspective and mindset a little. And instead of saying, I can't afford it, let's say, how can I afford it? The way we indirectly train our brains to think in the form of curiosity and questions, and our brains are forced to look for the answers. And this reminds us of our goals or our motivation to work even harder. Meanwhile, if we continue to think from the perspective of I can't afford it or I won't be able to buy this, That actually breaks our spirit, and so our brains are not stimulated to look for solution, because from the start we are faced with the sadness and helplessness. Thank you.
Insight ketiga, mind your own business. Mungkin banyak di sini yang mikir kalau untuk jadi kaya kita tuh harus punya bisnis sendiri. Be an entrepreneur. Ya bisa dimengerti sih, sekarang kan banyak banget nih yang mengglorifikasi menjadi entrepreneur. Katanya enak jadi bos sendiri, terus fleksibel, pendapatannya lebih besar, dan banyak lagi. Padahal gak semua orang memiliki keinginan atau kemampuan memulai bisnis mereka sendiri. And starting a business simply might not be for everyone, and that's okay. But don't let that stop you. Minding your own business means staying true and sure to your own lane. Doing your own thing to build your wealth. Karena membangun kekayaan itu bisa dari banyak hal. Dari investasi atau membeli aset seperti saham, real estate, obligasi. Dan menurut penulisnya sebenarnya hal-hal seperti ini tuh bisa dianggap bisnis juga. Karena tetap butuh pemahaman, strategi, dan kegigihan untuk bisa sukses. So don't be too pressured to start a business. Selama ekosistem finansial kita sehat dan aset yang kita beli terus menghasilkan uang, kita juga bisa kok meraih kebebasan finansial.
Okay, everyone, that is the end of the fourth segment. So here is the interpretation. Third insight, mind your own business. Perhaps a lot of you guys here think that to be rich, we need to have our own business. Be an entrepreneur. Yes, it's understandable. Nowadays, there are a lot of people who glorify entrepreneurship, saying that it's great. You're being your own boss. It's flexible, getting a bigger income, and much more. However, not everyone has the patience or ability to start their own business. And starting a business simply might not be for everyone, and that's okay. But don't let that stop you. Minding your own business means staying true and sure to your own lane, doing your own thing to build your wealth. Because building wealth can come from many things, from investing or buying assets such as shares, real estate, bonds. And according to the author, actually this thing like this can also be considered as business too, because they still require understanding, strategy, and persistence to be successful. So, don't be too pressured to start a business. As long as our financial ecosystem is healthy and the asset we buy continue to make money, we can also achieve financial freedom. So that's all for the interpretation in fourth segment. So let's continue to the last segment. Let's go.
And now, so what? Menurut aku, buku ini sangat insightful. Dan yang aku suka, fokusnya di sini tuh tentang mindset and investing in yourself. Dan aku percaya bahwa pada saat kita mendidik diri kita sendiri, terus belajar dan mengubah mindset, kita akhirnya akan lebih berdaya juga untuk memiliki teori-teori atau strategi finansial kita sendiri. Ya tentunya gak semua di buku ini bisa kita telan mentah-mentah, karena yang namanya finance itu kan hal yang personal banget ya. Jadi dalam merakit plan atau strategi financial pribadi kita pun harus benar-benar realistis dalam menyesuaikan dengan pemasukan, pengeluaran kita, goals kita, dan safety net kita. Dan satu hal lagi yang harus diingat juga, untuk mencapai financial freedom itu butuh proses. Jadi kita juga harus bisa fleksibel dan sabar dalam prosesnya. Okay, thanks for listening, curious people. If you want me to read a book and share with you my favorite insights, tolong kasih book recommendations di komen di bawah ini. Dan jangan lupa untuk subscribe, like, comment, and turn on notifications. Bye!
Okay everyone, that's the end of the last segment in this video. So here is the interpretation. And now, so what? I think this book is very insightful, and what I like is that the focus here is about mindset and investing in yourself. I believe that when we educate ourselves, continue to learn and change our mindset, we will eventually be more empowered to have our own financial theories or strategies. Yes, of course, we can't take everything in this book literally, because finance is a very personal thing. So in assembling our own personal financial plan or strategy, we have to be really realistic in adjusting it to our own income, expenses goal, and our safety net. And one more thing that should keep in mind is that achieving financial freedom requires a process. So we also have to be flexible and patient in the process. Okay, thanks for listening, curious people. If you want me to read a book and share with you my favorite insight, please leave the book a recommendation in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and turn on notification. Bye!